Good morning, everybody. My name is tommachenry. I'd like to give you a little story today. I want to tell you about how God absolutely touched my heart and changed my life. It happened when I met my wife, Heather. She had always grown up in the church. She was deeply entrenched in her religion, singing in the choir, going to church every Sunday religiously. Can't miss it for any reason. And that is what shaped her. Her family life was that way. Everything about it was her religion and her standing with God. So when we got a chance to start dating and when we decided we were going to get married, I bought a house down here. One of the first things Heather said to me was, "You are going to church." Now, I had been raised in the Presbyterian church and I kind of drifted away for a number of years after I got out of college and in college. But Heather brought me back in. You will go to church. It was not an option. And I got the chance through her working with me to come back to God. And I feel that it has made me the person that I am because I got a chance to see the way she acted towards me, the way she acted towards everyone. And I decided that is something that I always wanted to do, is be that kind of a person where it doesn't have to be grandstanding, it doesn't have to be out in the open, but I always want to be somebody that someone can look at me and say, yes, he is a man of God, and that's God working through me. It's not me, it's God working through me. And I had that privilege of coming to that realization through having met and married and lived with my wife for all these years, because she was the role model that I aspired to in that regard. But it's not something that you have to do all the time, every day. If you live your life, you get to be that kind of a person, whether you know it or not. So many times, and the examples that we had when Heather got sick, is that so many people came up to help us, people we didn't even know, people that we knew casually, people that we knew very well. They all tried to help, and Heather used to call them angels among us. And those are people who have God's hand working through them, just to comfort and aid and to help someone else. And you don't realize how much that is a positive thing for people just by living that way and acting that way. And it's not something that you have to consciously do. If you're living through God, God will do that for you. And that's why she used to call them angels among us, because sometimes you just don't know, because you don't realize until it happens or after it happens. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's one of those things that you need to practice and you go with. And I will say that for the last 4 years, it is what kept me going and kept me coming back to the church even more, because I'm more deeply entrenched now than I ever have been, because I saw the way that it worked, not only by me giving, but by me receiving through the hand of God.